I got the switch.
Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. This is 5 Stars here today to share some tips on how I got to platinum and share my story with you guys on YouTube about my road to platinum. Now, this is the first season that I've been able to attain the platinum rank. It's also the pretty much the third season that I've ever participated in ranked, and realistically the second full season, because what happened is I did my placement rounds. I think it was Velvet Shield. Yeah, Velvet Shield. I did my placement rounds and finished, I think, gold 3 or 4, and never played ranked after that. Operation Health came out. Towards the end, I started playing more ranked, and I got to gold 1. That's the highest that I was able to get, 1 game away from plat. So I never actually got to platinum. That is until this season, Operation Blood Orchid. Now, I've done a couple of things differently this season than I have done in the past, and I hope that some of these things that I share with you are things that you can take home and try out for yourself, especially if you haven't played all of your placement matches and you haven't gotten to the point where you're only earning about 40 points per win, because then it's a lot harder. All right, so let's go ahead and get this video started, and I'll go ahead and give you the first tip, which is play with a group of friends that you're comfortable with. Now, there's obviously people that you're always going to want to play with. Sometimes it'll be your friends. It can go one of two ways, but if you're trying to attain the highest ranks that you can, you have to play with people that you play well with as a team. And sometimes it's just not the case where you can just play with whoever you want, because you don't play well together as a team, or you have somebody that's always arguing. So who you play with really matters, and try to get the best teammates that you can, because if you can trust somebody to make the perfect call out for you, and if you could trust them to watch an alley or watch a doorway and not rage when they die, or if they die, then that is that type of person that you want to have on your team. So you want to surround yourself with those kinds of people. The next step that I took to be able to get to the platinum rank is that I started learning from my mistakes aggressively. So what I mean by that is, when you die, you have to analyze the situation right away, figure out what you did wrong, so that the next time you do not make that mistake, and then just always assume that the person that you're playing against is better than you. Because a lot of times when you get into your comfort zone, you end up losing gunfights because you're not ultra focused. Because let's just face it, if you know you're playing against diamond players or players that are ranked higher than you, you typically try harder so that you don't lose that gunfight, because you know that they're capable of doing so. And then when you play lesser players, you tend to not take it as seriously. So that's one thing you have to do, is aggressively challenge yourself to never make the same mistake twice, knowing that you might still make that mistake, whether it's another map, and then just, making minor corrections until that bad habit is gone. Another thing that I want to throw in there is to not stay so hyper-focused on the actual rank itself. You have to focus on getting better at the game, and with time, you will eventually start to progress and reach that type of player that you can be. So fighting yourself is just not worth it. So don't stress yourself out if you're not platinum yet and you feel like you should be already, or if you're a silver trying to get the gold and you've never been gold yet, and you're just kicking yourself in the ass like, I hate this game, or I suck at this game. It's not that. You just have to change some of your habits and change some of your play styles, and also some of you might need to change your thought patterns. I can't tell you how much having a positive attitude when you're in game changes the dynamic of the team. And that goes back to what I said at the beginning of the video. Picking who you play with matters, because if you have people that are always down, and if you make a mistake, they pretty much crucify you, you're not going to be able to learn. Because think about being a student and you're just in a hectic class situation, or your environment just sucks. It's very hard to learn. Only the best of us are going to be able to thrive in that type of environment. So if you're just an average player trying to get better, then what you want to do is surround yourself with those type of players. Like I said, people that don't rage, people that don't go ham on you every time you make a mistake, and people that don't just put the blame of the world on your shoulders anytime something goes wrong. And you yourself have to be that type of person too. You have to be that person that if you die, then hop on the cams, make a call out as to where you died, and just be a good teammate from there, because that's more valuable than somebody that's going to be in the background raging. Just switch rooms to finish up this video for you. I got 2 more tips I want to talk about, and one of them is going to be know your role and play that role the best that you can. We're not all spawn peekers. We're not all roamers. So if you're not good at something, you have to figure out what you're good at in this game, and you got to master that. You have to focus and be, like, for me, I'm really good at entry denial, and I'm pretty good at calling out people if I see them and not challenging them right away. So those are the things that I do well, and I try to excel and be the best person at that I could be. Not necessarily roaming. As you can see, I'm like next objective. I'm that guy that's maybe 1 or 2 rooms over, but if somebody needs me in OBJ, then I can jet back over. But I'm also a little bit further. It's like a shortstop in baseball. If I need to go a little bit towards the outfield, I got you. If I got to go more infield, then I got you. The last tip that I have for you that I use on my journey to becoming, a platinum player is that you actually have to pick a character or an operator that is beneficial to the team. A lot of times people will pick somebody that they really like and not pick somebody that the team needs. Like if you're in Garage on Shalette, then you pretty much know that you have to have Bandit if you're defending and Thermite or Habana if you're attacking. Otherwise, a lot of times you're just going to have to go through the back of the garage, make yourself available to get killed, and it just becomes a lot harder than if you have the right type of operators. And if you don't like that player, then see if somebody else that you're playing with will be that operator for you, because at the end of the day, there's certain operators that make this game a lot easier on certain maps and certain situations, and they might not be your favorite operator. So just know that. Like for instance right here, this mirror, it actually lets us see anybody rappelling in, and it comes in handy because towards the end of this clip you'll actually see how I use it, even though it gets destroyed, how I use it to come back and clutch this up for the team. We ended up winning. This actually is the game that took me to platinum on my backup account. Hopefully you find one of these tips helpful. I'm going to let the rest of the video play out so you guys can see this clutch. It was actually really exciting, and I had to use a lot of feedback from my teammates during the setup process for this. So they were telling me when they were pushing and what to be aware of, and I just took it all in. All right, well, you guys take it easy, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I can watch into the open room.
Yeah, watch that.
Yeah, I can watch on the camera.
I'll watch hallway.
Oh shit!
Main hallway,
They both go to the mirrors. Go to the mirrors. They both over there by the mirrors. Yeah. IQ to your left. Habana to the right.
Just hold it. Just hold it.
honestly, yeah.
This is waste time.
I feel like I'm about to get flanked.
Don't worry. Don't worry. No. I'll watch.
Alright, watch that main hallway and let them know. I'll watch the open area.
Alright. Alright, IQ's droning.
I think they know where I'm at.
No,
Bro.
you're good. Okay, drone heading your way right now.
You're gonna hit Mana.
Main door. IQ. I'll let you know when she comes in. Alright, she's droning again.
She might just rush in pre-firing.
Yeah. She's just droning. Alright, she's coming in,
Nice.
she's coming in. She's in another room.
Yes, Soup,
let's go.
good shit.
Fuck you, bro.
Yo, Soup, you fucked me up when you turned around. You turned around and just